Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, August 11th. Welcome to my live crafting session. I am going to turn the camera around in a second and I'm going to start crafting. But what I like to do first off is do a little draw. And the draw is for a card that I made last week. So this is the card that I made last week. There it is there. And so I'm going to do a draw for that in a second. I also just want to say hello and welcome. If you are brand new here, please let me know and let me know where you're coming in from. So I'm going to do some fun techniques today. And if you like techniques, then you want to make sure you get signed up for my newsletter because I do classes occasionally, techniques, fun folds, that kind of stuff. So we're just going to kind of go over the top today with some of the stuff that we're doing. So okay, so let me bump back here to the card and the draw that we're going to do. So all you have to do to get it on this week's draw is to like, comment, or share my video. And hello, Nicole, and thank you so much for being a sound check for me. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me just share the page here and jump over to my draw, and then we're going to get started making a card. This will just take a second. So basically anyone who liked, commented, or shared is in the draw, and as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can win. So let's see who here we got. We have Barb Howell from Saskatchewan. Barb, I'm not sure if I have your information. I will have to check. So congratulations. If you're obviously you're Canadian, if you're from Saskatchewan and you're not a demonstrator, you will win this card. I just need to grab your address from you. Okay, so let me stop the share here and jump back over. So congratulations. This is the card that I made last week. It was really fun and I had a few different color combinations, super simple. And I'll put a link in here for the what I did last week. So if you want to see that, you can. Okay, so let me pop over to the stamp desk here. And I've got some fun stuff today. So like I said, last week I made a pretty simple card. But this week I am going to go over the top. I'm like going over the top on this card. Just wait till you see it. And like I said, if that is something you like and you want to know more, then check out my newsletter because I often will have extra things in there, and I'm working actually currently on a class for sale as well. Okay, so I'm going to start here by stamping this, and what I'm using for this is just pulling it out here, and I'm just going to take that little banner off there so it doesn't annoy anybody. Okay, nope, that's not what I want to do. Hide. I see lots of people. Eileen says she likes my nails. Oh, thanks. I tried something new with a bunch of different colors and it looked a little Eastery, but you know, it's all right. We'd like to try things. Countryside Corner dies are the dies that I'm using. So I've cut a couple different sizes here. So this is one of the smaller ones. And I'm going to stamp. I'm going to be using this stamp set here. Here's to Love. And I'm going to be using this bride image here. Now I had an idea when I wanted to do this live. I'm inking it up with Memento because I'm going to color with blends markers. Memento is what you need so it doesn't bleed. So let me just stamp this here first and then I'll talk because apparently I can't do both at once. Here we go. I'll just give that a second to dry. So when I decided what I wanted to do here for the live today, I had an idea in mind and then I got another idea. And then I thought, well, why don't I just combine those ideas and I can do both things. So this is why this card's a little over the top because we're going to do something fun with this bride. Let's start here with coloring her skin. So I've got an ivory marker. This is one of the skin tones. I just need to move my computer just a little bit away so I have elbow room. Here we go. I'll check your comments though in a second. So I'm going to just color her skin with this ivory marker, but I want to show you something. I'm just going to do lightly here. I'm not going to color it in all the way because I want to show you something. So that is the ivory. So it's a good skin tone. But this particular bride is going to be a little more tanned. So I've got two colors here. I've got from the natural tones, I've got a 700 and 900, and the lower the numbers go, the darker they are. So I'm going to take the 900 first because it's a little bit lighter, and I'm going to color here, and I'm just going to hold this up in a second and show you the difference between the ivory and this. There's like all these different skin tones that you can make with these naturals markers, and you can even blend them together. So look at the difference here between the ivory and this particular one, which is, like I said, it is 900, this one. So yeah, this bride is definitely more tan. She's got a bit more pink in her complexion, possibly been out on the beach, I don't know. So I'm going to color her all in here, and I'm going to get her hand. So coloring takes a little bit of time, so while I'm coloring, entertain me. Where are you from? Are you doing anything this weekend? Do you have any weddings you have to go to that you might need a bride card for? Okay, so that is that, the 900. Now I'm going to take the 700, and I'm just going to trace around here to give sort of where it might be darker. Well, it's quite a harsh line. Let me hold that up for you for a second. It's going to blend together as it dries. Actually, it's not too bad, but I am going to just blend it in a little bit because I feel like it's a bit harsh. I kind of lost my definition here, but we'll play. We like to play, right? So I'm going to, again, more definition around her shoulders and around her bun. This stamp set has this extra piece here where you can try and make their hair long. I played with it and I wasn't loving it, to be honest. So I decided she would just have her hair in a bun and that would be fine. So I'm also going, adding this color around here, again, where it might be darker, a little bit more on her shoulders. So I'm just going to hold it up before I add the marker back in again. And I will look at your comments. It actually doesn't look too bad even without blending it, because that is the areas that probably would be darker on her. She didn't get any tan lines. Look at that. Good job. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. I live in Oakville. No weddings coming up. No major plans, but I'm going on a work trip next week. Nice, nice, nice. Hello, Marg. Welcome. Okay, so now here's the fun part. I'm not doing a bride card. I'm doing it. Can you guess? Can you guess from the colors? Well, here's a hint. I saw the movie last week, the weekend before, something like that. It's a Barbie. I'm going to turn this bride into a Barbie. Has anyone seen the Barbie movie? It's quite cute, actually. And even had some good themes and things in it. So I'm coloring with Melon Mambo, the light Melon Mambo first. So this is why we needed this Barbie just a little bit more tanned. In the movie, she's kind of tanned. So let me know if you saw the movie or if you're going to go see it. I'd actually recommend it. I thought it was cute. And actually love the music too. So I'm just coloring all of that with Melon Mambo. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. There it is before adding any definition. And I'm going to add the dark Melon Mambo here. And again, same idea. I'm just going to go around the areas where it would be darker. So around her fingertips here, the edge of the dress. And the artist has actually put some of those lines in there for the folds of her dress. So that's where we're going to make darker too. And just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, again, I'll check your comments out there in a second. So I'm just going to add that. Here we go. And I'm going to just use the light one again to just take away a little bit of those lines. Just blend them in a little bit. Okay, it's always hard to tell until it completely dries anyways. So I'm going to just give that a second here, and I'm going to look at your comments. Isn't she beautiful so far? My goodness, that beautiful pink dress. I have not been to the Barbie movie yet. Would like to go see it. You should absolutely go check it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take some yellows. I'm going to give her blonde hair. So I'm going to take the dark Lemon Lolly first, and I'm going to color her all in here. I liked it too because it did have some good themes. Not really I don't know that I'd say it's a kids movie per se, but it was good. So that was the light Lemon Lolly just to get some color on there. And I'm going to add some dark yellow. This is Daffodil Delight. And now I'm going to just add in some dark highlights because she's got her hair highlighted here. Actually, that's not really showing up very much, so I did pull in a brown here as well. This is light pecan pie, and I'm just going to add a few little brown things. And because this is really saturated, I'm not going to have to blend it. It's just blending in on its own. So there you go. Look at that beautiful hair she has. Okay, so one more thing I'm going to do here is I've got my light pool party, and I'm going to just trace around her whole body with the bullet tip here. And you could blend this out if you want it to be a little more subtle. I'm just not going to for this live. I'm going to just hold up half here so you can see. Hopefully you can see the difference. On this side is the pool party. It's very subtle, but it just makes the image pop a little bit more. So I'm going to do that over here too. And here. All the way around. Okay, so I see one little spot here where I want to get the lighter one. That's the lighter one where I've missed a little bit on her neck. So I want to get that. And I'm just going to color her hand a little bit darker too because I feel it would be darker. Okay, so gorgeous Barbie. Okay, so now we're going to build the card. And I've got a few things here, and I'm going to show you my over-the-topness in a second because I had an original idea of something I wanted to do, and I decided to incorporate it into my Barbie card. Robin was going to say I was going to get the stamps to do a card for my son's wedding. Yeah, it's super cute, and these pieces are separate, so you can, do bride, groom, whatever. In fact, stay tuned to the end because I made another card that I want to show you with this same stamp set. So I've got some really pretty pink striped paper. This is Bubble Bath, and this paper is, hold on, I'll just show it to you. It is here. There goes my paper pumpkin kit. It's called Delightfully Eclectic, and it's got all sorts of really fun pattern papers. I'm not going to pull them all out and show you, but it's really quite cool. Look at that daisy one. It's in the main catalog, so it's awesome. Love it. Okay. So that's going on there. I've got a piece of Bubble Bath that's going to match. Actually, let's just stamp this now. The saying I'm going to do is going to be from this stamp set, Friendship Royalty. And it's this one here. It says, "You were born to be fabulous, not perfect." However, those of you who've seen me use this before, I really didn't like the not perfect. So what I did was I cut it off. I saved it. I put it in a little baggie and I put it here, not perfect. And I mounted the stamp just like this. So now it says "You were born to be fabulous," which I love better. And I thought that is perfect for Barbie. So I'm going to just stamp this now. Get my head in there maybe, just so I can make sure it's straight. Okay, so I'm going to give that a second. And now we're going to do the over-the-top part. Okay, so some of the stuff I pre-did here just to make it not take so long. So it's a piece of Melon Mambo that is the same size, 5 1/4 by 4 here. And I've used that same die that I used for here. And I've just cut that out. So then you can save that piece. We don't need it. I'm going to put this die back before I forget it. These are the Countryside Corners dies. Okay. And then what I did was I took it and I embossed it. And I used the Basics 3D embossing folders. These are one of the online exclusives. I've shown them before because I really, really love them. There's a crosshatch pattern, a polka dot pattern, and then this kind of flower pattern that I use. It's going to be hard to see on the camera, but I'll put a link in for it too. So this is what it looks like now when it's embossed. So have a look. This one's subtle, but it's nice. So a little bit of extra on there. Now the next thing I have, so I'm just putting it down, face down. I'm just going to get Barbie out of the way so I don't mess her up here. I've got a piece of window sheet. So this is a piece of window sheet here, and it comes in like a 12 by 12 package. Again, I'll put a link for all that stuff in here. And so I've just cut it down to the same size, and I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue. And I am going to, do I have this going the right way? Yeah. It actually can go both ways, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Some of the flowers are embossed and some of them are debossed. glue everywhere here. So anyone know what I'm making yet? What kind of technique I'm doing here? And when you store your glue, store it like this, upside down, so that the tip maintains glue in there so it stays wet, okay? So I'm going to put this on here. Who can guess what I'm making? And I want to make sure this has a good seal, so I'm going to use my finger and go all the way around and make sure that it is going to stay sealed. Okay, and it's moved over a little bit, so because it's still wet, I could just move it back. This is a perfect fit. Okay, keep moving on me. Stop moving. Okay, so I'm going to give that a second to dry. Let me just check your comments. Robin says Bubble Bath is my most favorite color. It is such a pretty color, this light pink. Robin says a shaker card. Ding, ding, ding. Yay, Robin. That's exactly what I'm making. That's what I wanted to make originally because I got these little gems. Now, hopefully I don't spill them all over the place here. I'm going to open them up so you can see them. And I really, really wanted to do a shaker card with them because they're so pretty. They're iridescent and they're just really fine and they're just perfect for a shaker card. And but then I really wanted to do Barbie, and I also got that stamp set for a wedding card. And then I thought, oh, I can make her into Barbie. Okay, so I'm using foam adhesive strips also in the main catalog. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to pull one aside, and I just need one. Okay, so you may have various ways that you know how to do shaker cards, and there's no really right or wrong way to do it. So I've told you this before, but I'm a bit of a lazy stamper, so I'm going to do it the easiest way I possibly can. So I'm pulling that whole strip off. This is like a dimensional, but it's straight. So I need to make sure it's coming down at least that far. Okay, is it going to be too short for that side? I think it is, so I'm going to save that one. Okay, you could measure and cut, but like I said, I'm lazy. I'd rather pull it off and put it back on. Okay, so I'm going to put this one down. There is a little method to my madness, and I'll tell you in a second here when I have this done. What I'm trying to do is leave enough room to be able to take this piece and go right over top of those pieces so that I form a seal. There's going to be no getting through there. And then I'm going to just chop off that piece. And I'm going to save it because it might come in handy. So let me see if this piece will do the same. There's very little room to work here because that strip is pretty narrow there. But I can kind of curve it up a little bit. I'm just going to push it tight to make sure. Okay, we don't want any of our shaker bits to come out. Now that piece is so small, I'm going to throw that one away. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it's all sealed well. Okay, so again, these are the foam adhesive strips. You could use dimensionals if you want to. You'd just be doing it for a while. That piece might show. So let me just trim that little piece off here. We don't want it to show. And then tuck it right back up here. A little bit fiddly, but it's okay. Okay. So I'm going to peel off these bits. Okay, and here's my front of my card. You can do it two ways. You can put the shaker bits here and then flip your card over. I find it easier to do it the other way. So I'm going to do this very carefully, add some stuff. And I'm going to make sure it's all kind of in the middle here. I don't want anything in the way of sealing this. Okay, hold your breath with me. This is the exact same size as that designer series paper, so I just need to get it all lined up. Okay, yes, looks like it fits. And I'm going to seal it down before I shake it because I don't want any of those bits coming out. How fun is that already? How fun. Now look. Oh, isn't that awesome? I love it. So there's my shaker card. I love shaker cards, Robin says. Make them quite a bit for my grandchildren. Yeah, and who doesn't love that? A card that's interactive, right? Ooh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we gotta fix Barbie up a little bit more here. Okay, so what do I want to do with Barbie here? Oh yes, important stuff like bling. We need some bling on Barbie to match all the bling in the background here. So I'm gonna get my basic rhinestone jewels, and I've got this take a pick tool, and I'm just gonna move the shaker over to the side a bit here. And I'm gonna do, we're gonna give her a really pretty rhinestone belt because she needs bling on her, right? Oh, I forgot one of the blings, but we can add it after, no worries. 3, 4, 5. Might need to space this one over a little bit. And I think I'll just curve it up a little bit. Just move up there a little bit. doesn't want to do what I want it to do. There we go. It's got a little curve on it now. Okay, so that's one bling. Pretty. She's a Barbie girl. Okay, I'm going to add Winkastella. I meant to do this first, but it's fine because we want to make her dress glittery. Oops, I just squeezed it and now we got lots of glitter coming out. Well, hopefully you can see all this. A lot of times when I do Winkastella, you can't really see it on the camera, but because this is going to be very glittery, hopefully you can see it. Okay, let me hold that up. Can you see the glitter on her dress? Isn't that pretty? Beth says, you're so inspirational. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, we need to do one more thing. I want to carry through the petal pink. And of course, Barbie's always over the top, so we're going to give her a cute little hair bow. So this is sheer ribbon. There's actually 3 colors. Here they are. They're all right here. Lemon Lolly, Azure Afternoon, and Bubble Bath. And there's a little bit of a silver thread through there, so it brings through some more of that shimmer. So I'm just going to tie this in a little knot first, and we're going to do a glue dot. I'm loving my Barbie card. And I'm going to put a glue dot, and you know, this can be for a big girl or a little girl, because we put that saying on there, you were born to be fabulous. Who doesn't want to have them tell them, who doesn't want someone to tell them that? Okay, so I'm going to trim this. Okay, we're going to put this right on her little bun. She's got a very big bow. I think I might just trim it a little bit more. Okay, oh my gosh, how cute is she? How cute is she? Okay, so let's put the rest of this together. I'm hoping this is dry. Well, you know what? Well, it's drying still because I really loaded that stuff on there. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to give this a little curve in the middle and a little curve out on the ends. Oh, I forgot to show you where this came from. This is from something I use all the time, Stylish Shapes Dyes. So I use this big one here, and that is Bubble Bath, right, to make it all match. Okay, so I think this is dry enough. I'm going to put tape on the back here. Of course, I got my rhinestones and bow on there, so it's harder to tape. Okay, and I'm going to make sure my card's opening the right way. And I'm going to put her right smack in the middle, maybe just up a little bit though. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? How adorable. Okay, and then we're going to put this on here. So I'm going to put dimensionals in the middle. One, and then I'm going to put another one right on top of it. And in where it's the lowest here, so sort of that bump, I'm going to put tape. If I put everything away as I went, then I wouldn't have such a mess. Here we go. I'm just too excited. Okay, so a little bit of tape right on the bump there. And then I'm going to put this here, not too far off the edge, so it will still fit in an envelope. And we got a little flick up here. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. I'm in love with this card. I think it is fabulous. You were born to be fabulous. And then the gems will all go to the bottom when you leave it straight. But then when they pick it up, they're going to see, oh my gosh, it shakes. It's awesome. I love it. Okay, so let me see what you're saying. Love this. It makes a nice card for a bride. Sure, you could absolutely do that for a bride. You could change the colors and away we go. Let me show you my original. My original, I didn't emboss the frame, and you can tell me what you like better. This one here. So it doesn't, I'll hold them up close. This one is more plain, and then this one has the embossed. I just thought maybe it needed something more, but you tell me. There's already a lot going on this card for sure. Love this card, Mark says. Awesome card. Beautiful, Eileen says. Thank you, Beth, for the inspirational. Robin says she loves the shaker cards for her grandkids. And Paulette is just joining us. Hello, Paulette. Janice says hi and adorable. Thanks, Janice. And she loves, and Nicole loves how I did the tag. Thanks so much. I love that too. I actually, on my original one, I had stamped this on the inside first, but then I decided it really needed a little greeting or something on the outside. So this would be a great card to send to a girlfriend, a granddaughter, or whatever. So yes, and of course it will be something that you guys can win. All you have to do is comment, like, and share. And/or share, and then you'll be in the draw for next week. So that is all I've got for you today. Have a wonderful weekend, and thanks so much for joining me today. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.